Hey guys, this is Min, aka Kuznim.
And I'm David, aka Never Falter.
In this video, we're going to answer the question, is Rocket League the most versatile video game ever?
Yes.
Psych, we don't know. But there are so many possibilities.
Yes.
In our previous video, we were talking about Rocket League sports, and now we're talking about actual sports.
Right.
But now we want to talk about just other Rocket League modes that could be a possibility. I want to see a Crossfire or Hungry Hungry Hippos version of the game. If you guys don't remember, Crossfire was that. Can you call it a board game? Are those considered board games?
I think so. They were
tabletop
back then.
games,
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Where each side has those little kind of gun things, and they shoot out marbles, and you're hitting these spinning tops and trying to push it into the other person's side. Mm-hmm. Hungry Hungry Hippos, obviously 4 hippos. You're slamming their butts. You're pushing.
I didn't do that. I don't know how you played it.
You're pushing their butts. You're something with their tails. They're opening their mouths. They're eating the balls.
Cut.
But
get what you're
that's
saying.
the game. So what I'm thinking is there's a lot of the balls. You're going out for Hungry Hungry Hippos. You're driving out, trying to push them back into your goal or hippo, whatever. And Crossfire might be a little different. Maybe you're just hitting the ball and trying to hit it into something else. So it kind of turn into like a Rocket League pool or something like that.
Because I know there were different types of like marbles with the little plastic around it.
Right,
so
right,
maybe
right.
there's kind of like I don't know what example, like the NBA 3-point shootout where like most balls are worth 1, but that final special one's like 3.
Okay.
So it's like there's multiple ones and you can go for those and that's great, but there's that one special one that counts for more.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
I like the idea of skee ball. It seems, again, I
Right.
kind of, when I think of these things, I think of what would be easy for them to implement. And that would be fun. It's not as action-packed. You could probably get, a few people who don't necessarily play competitively to do that type of mode. But essentially, I mean, I don't really have to explain it. It's skee ball. You get it set up there, you just drive up, hit it, and then you have the standard skee ball setup. And you get, what is it, like 8 or 9 shots, something like that. You can probably modify it.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Add that option in there, but that seems like it would be very fun. And I say easy to do. I don't program games. It's probably incredibly complicated. I apologize, but you guys are doing such an amazing job. I have very high standards.
We're not trying to underwhelm what you do. We love your game.
Yeah.
Silence. Gosh damn it. Jeez. We're talking about Rocket League again. Now, racing. Everyone has talked about racing. At least I've heard a lot of people talking about racing. Mm-hmm. The question is how to make it versatile, because all the cars would have to be the same speed, just like same everything. Everything would have to be the same,
Right.
controlling the car. I was thinking the difference would be limited boosts.
Right.
And just like in games like Mario Kart, how there are detour paths that'll take you slightly faster to the finish line or something like that. But with these boosts, it's like another track that's way up, and the only way to get to it is to Rocket League, rocket jump up to it. Like that's the only way
You'd
to
have
do
to
it.
save it up, just like kind of like coins in Mario Kart.
Sure, right.
Which I don't even know if I can say Mario Kart online anymore. Nintendo scares me. But yeah, you'd save it up, and then once you get enough, it's like, okay, I'm coming around to that part of the track now. I have enough. I'm going to go ahead and take the top path, which I know is a bit shorter. It's a shortcut.
Right.
That's what they do.
Okay. What else? What are you thinking?
So I was thinking some sort of like hot potato style game. You can keep the arenas pretty much the same, maybe shrink them a bit. And essentially it's every man for himself at that point. Hot potato, somebody has, is it for, let's say, a minute. A timer starts counting down. And at the end of that timer, whoever was the last one to get tagged is, explodes.
Right.
They're out, and then it goes to the rest of them. And as I was thinking that, I said, you know what? It's probably incredibly difficult to hit someone
It's hard enough
as
to
the
hit
game
them.
is
Right.
now. So You mentioned that perhaps the person who's it is larger.
I think the car should be bigger,
2,
yeah.
3, 4 times normal size, so it's a little bit easier to strike the smaller cars. I said give them a speed advantage. Maybe make them a little faster or slow everyone else down. Give them unlimited boost so they can just go nuts. Because it's not going to be competitive. I think if you just give them that
just
big of an
fun.
advantage, it's just fun and crazy. Everybody flying around and screaming, trying to avoid the person who's it.
Okay. I mentioned I wanted to see kind of my version of Knights, the Sega game from a long time ago.
Right.
In Rocket League, you can pop up, tilt the car back, and start boosting. And you can literally just float there, controlling the car going in whichever direction you point the car. And I thought it would be kind of fun as like a mini game to control your car. Because it's constantly moving forward. It's not just staying in place the whole time. At least I don't think you can. I'd have to check again.
We're probably just not that good.
Right. But then you're just controlling this to go through these hoops, and you can make it like, if you don't make it through one of these hoops, your boost doesn't reload, and so you have to go through. That's just me. I like to see
some penalty.
little minute.
Maybe a time penalty to make it not as like, okay, you're out. You messed up your first boost. You're done.
Right.
But there's a few different
like
ways.
Oh, and we were talking about giant boss fights with Rocket League.
A bit ambitious.
I would love to see this. I don't know if it would be like a giant field, maybe the same field. There's a boss. Either you have to hit the ball into the boss. You were mentioning maybe you hit the boss with the ball and it like exposes
like
a weak spot or something like that.
You would have to coordinate an attack with your teammates. Depending on how many people are playing, you would maybe get, if I'm thinking like giant robot, right? That's because when I think boss, I think giant robot for whatever reason. So you'd have to have 2 cars hit each arm at the same time, exposing some sort of chest piece or vulnerability in the boss. And hitting the ball into it, unless you're really good, might be super hard. So there's other bosses you can use that for, or just have your car be the weapon. Just fly into it, take some hit points off of it, and just have some sort of like multi-tiered aspect of fighting the boss, where you have to kind of figure out, okay, what's going on? What are we supposed to do in order to defeat it?
Right. Final Fantasy, right? Rocket League RPG.
They have so many tie-ins. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a cloud skin car or something, or an antenna with the Buster Sword. Or
make no sense, but it'd be awesome.
None of it made any sense. It was awesome.
It'd be awesome.
Yes,
I like it. Well, do you guys have any suggestions? If you do, leave it in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and don't forget to subscribe. Blah. Once again, this is Min, aka Kuznim.
And I'm David, aka Never Falter.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See ya.